So my name is Pradeep. I was born in Holland 39 years ago. I was born as Mark, but when I was studying geology I met my spiritual master Sichinmoy, and a few years later he asked me if I would like to receive a spiritual name. You basically need to run 100 kilometers per day for 50 days, and so you need to get everything right. You need to know everything about your body and about training, about running, and most of all have the inner depth, the inner experience, meditation experience, to be able to tune into that deeper energy, or just throw yourself in like head first, you know. Like sometimes you have, of course, have to be brave and do it, just do it, you know. And so in this race I would have to kind of bring everything into practice that that I had learned in meditation many years. Well, it's a very broad question, let's see. Well, death for me really is like a resting place, you know, and I would like to do as many good things as I can in this lifetime, and you know, even you can say, if I can stretch this as long as possible by being healthy and happy, then that's good. But when the time comes, when the bell rings and my time is up, then I'll be happy. You know, I'll be happy to take some rest. Like it's like when you start your day, you know, you're looking forward to do all those things in the day, but you're not going to be afraid of going to bed at night. You know, you're going to enjoy sleeping, right? And then you also know you're going to wake up again and do something good again tomorrow. And so for me, in that sense, there's no real loss, or let's say there's no fear of death. And of course in this lifetime I'm together with special people, and like my family or my friends, and when they pass away I'll cry and I'll mourn for them. At the same time I know their poem has ended, you know, and it has been a beautiful poem, and I've been lucky to read it, but it ends, you know. And that's, you know, to some extent I would even treasure my loss as something beautiful, right? As something that is a jewel in itself, you know, because that loss is there because there was love, because there was friendship, right? And so loss, in that sense, for me, not something to be afraid of, but something even to, you know, when it happens, it's painful, but it also is a treasure, you know. Somebody is to be able, you know, this adventure where we can spend time with other people, and you know, just be grateful that we, you know, managed to spend that time together. And who knows, maybe we'll meet again somewhere. We might not know it, but and personally I don't really believe in hell. I think hell when you're here on earth and you're not connected with God or with yourself. And I think hell is here when we're like when we are kind of totally lost, right? And most people are not completely lost, you know. They have good days and bad days, you know. But when you're completely lost, you're basically in hell, because you're disconnected from that source of love and peace, you know. And heaven is really a state of consciousness that is within us, you know. And if we learn to be connected with the deeper part of ourselves, we can be in heaven every day. Let's say then the dreams I would have for my afterlife is that I would like to be with God, right? And consciously. And nowadays, when I meditate, sometimes I experience this love relationship with the divine inside myself, and I would like this to continue when I pass away, right? Like seeing a form and knowing that we are one, you know, but like split into forms to enjoy that, you know, the coming together and the unity, right? And I hope for myself that that kind of now I have had glimpses, and I would like to be that, like some kind of eternal Vrindavan, like so. And I'm not sure, but like I'm inspired to work hard to see if I can make it a more sustained reality in my experience here on Earth, and maybe then it can continue then, and it will not only be a blissful and peaceful sleep as death, but there will be this this game of love, hide and seek with the divine will continue.